welcome to Marilyn Monroe Drunk Tarot. My makeup and my hair, obviously, as you probably can notice, it's an ode to Marilyn. Life revenge dress. Oh, thank you. I'll give you the whole. I'll give you the whole shebang. I mean, this is look at this ass. I mean, I don't have that ass. That's not my ass. That's the dress's ass. That is the dress's ass. These are my tits, but that's the dress's ass. So the whole time I'm doing this research and I'm reading and everything and I'm watching her movies, I'm getting hit after hit after hit after hit.
But now I'm thinking that it could have been a completely accidental overdose, but she could have been saved.
She straight up told me, I didn't have an affair with Jack. We had a fling. It was a good time. And then I find out in the research that's exactly what happened. One weekend, Palm Springs, Bing Crosby's house. Right. So sorry, Jessica just did a Bing Crosby impression, and I'm so here for it.
Yeah.
I know this man gave her an injection. I'm not saying he killed her directly. Like, I know that there's a guy that swears he drove the ambulance that picked her up, that he was there in the room, and he watched Greenson walk in with a little black bag, take a needle, and Pulp Fiction her, and that's what killed her. Because it wasn't an adrenaline shot. It was actually brown and full of Nembutal. That's what this guy's claiming. I don't think there's any truth to it, but I do feel like Greenson gave her an injection.
Right.
Hello, click in the kitchen already. And based on that, he may have given her another one. He may have given her two, but I know he gave her at least one. That's not what killed her. I believe she then took other medication. So Greenson, I'm telling you, I picked this up. Bobby shows up. I can't anymore. I gotta go. He leaves. She flips out. Eunice Murray, who is a spy for Ralph Greenson, who was like his cousin, he installed her in Marilyn's house. Eunice calls Greenson, hey, she's gotta come over here. Okay, fine. He comes over. Here you go. Now you can relax. Oh shit, that wasn't enough to make her relax. She's still hysterical. All right, have another one. In 3 hours, take a few Nembutal. I'll be back tomorrow morning. Eunice, you stay with her because I've given her so many sedatives and she's so hysterical. You spend the night. And I'll be back in the morning and everything will be fine. But he doesn't understand she hasn't had anything to eat all day. And I think that's an important key that people don't pay attention to. There was nothing in this woman's stomach.
If it wasn't for one, the penetrating sadness and wanting to trust someone, wanting so desperately to have someone in her life that could just tell her the truth and just be kind.
What's interesting, so there's an interview with Shelley Winters. They lived together for a while. And Shelley does not characterize her as this sad, vulnerable She was a blast. We had so much fun together. You know, she was talking about they would get their paychecks and go to the racetrack and, bet $2 like on a horse because they didn't have any money. Oh, and she's very upset. So there's a lot of stories about her chasing around Yves Montand, who was the French actor that she was in Let's Make Love with. They had an affair on set. And I don't know if you saw this part in the movie, but, he does this press conference with his, and he's like, in France, basically, this is the gist of it. In France, we just have affairs, and Marilyn, took it too seriously, and, she's taken it too far, and, whatever. It's whatever.
And that was a publicity stunt.
Oh, yeah.
Full on.
Yeah, and not only that, but it's wifey, I'm so sorry, bro. She's laughing.
Right.
Nice. But, here, I'll just publicly embarrass her. You'll let me stay in the marriage now, right? But she's saying, this idea that she was chasing him after the filming. She's like, no, nope. She's like, absolutely not. She is so angry. I will tell you this. She says, oh my gosh, she's so cute. She says, I'm going to get up on my soapbox. But she's saying, ladies, specifically to the ladies, she's saying, don't ever let them tell you what you can and cannot do. She says, I really don't want to talk about the night that I died. She really doesn't want to talk about it. But she's also, she's saying, and this is a quote, It was an accident. Kirsten, it was an accident. And she's telling me too, she's saying, my God, you have so much potential. You have so much potential. She's saying, don't waste your potential. And she's saying that not only to me, but to everybody. She's kind of saying, hey, don't waste your potential. She says the one thing she says I never did, I never wasted my potential. I never wasted it. I pushed and I pushed. And she's saying that the world pushed back on her. And so she used what she had. And it's funny because she's saying, what did I have? I had this. She used what she had to push back on them. And she's also saying that she would get crippling stage fright. And so she would have to kind of wait till she calmed down because she knew that she wouldn't give a good performance in that state of mind. She was saying, and there were quote unquote voices in my head. Now, this is not, she's hearing voices like her mother heard voices. She wants to make that very clear. But there were voices in her head like, you know, you're not good enough. You don't have it down yet. That line delivery wasn't right. These people are going to laugh at you. She also assumed, she says, I wasn't stupid. You know, when Greenson suggested I hire Eunice, I knew it was because he wanted her to keep an eye on me. But she's also saying that she was basically manipulated at that time to believe that she needed somebody to keep an eye on her. She's saying the Kennedy thing, it irritates her. She's saying, why do you have to, once again, put me with two men? Why can't you let me stand alone? She says Jack and Bobby were great. She doesn't have any funk with them. There's no funk, you know. She's like, they were great, but they weren't the reason I died. I wasn't obsessed. But this idea, she's saying this idea that I was floundering, that I was chasing after them. She's saying all these men made up so many stories. And she said the jealous women, she's saying the jealous women made them up too. All these people made up all these stories. They're made up. They're made up. She doesn't like it. She says everybody, she says even in death, people are trying to hang on to her coattails. What is it like where you are now? Oh, she's saying it's lovely. She's laughing because she says, you know, I'm really actually very close to you. And they've always said this. Every single one of them says this. I'm actually very close to you. But she's saying, I'm not really paying attention to current events. She says there are some of us that do. There are some of us that are very invested in it. She's saying, I don't hang out with old, you know, dead celebrities. She's saying, I'm waiting for, she's waiting for something before she moves on. I've got a dog head in my lap. But she's saying, like, when I finally sort of divest myself of the Norma Jean / Marilyn personality, like she's sort of waiting for something. Some kind of vindication. And everybody goes, oh shit, that's what she really was. And I think it's starting. I think it actually is happening for her. But that's part of it. Yeah, Bobby, he's saying she was a very nice girl, very good girl, very nice girl. He's saying she was involved with my brother Jack. He's also saying, he's laughing. He's saying, oh, I liked it better when we were talking politics. He says, yeah. He says, no. He says, I had nothing to do with her dying. Absolutely nothing. And the CIA didn't kill her on my behalf. He's saying my family had nothing to do with it. But he is saying there was conspiracy to kill his brother and there was a conspiracy to kill him. Who killed your brother? He says, and that Harvey Oswald, oh God, this is weird, but he's saying he was recruited to kill him, but he didn't actually kill him, that somebody else killed him. So they were like, you're going to, oh, this is crazy. Holy shit. So he's saying, they said, hey, Lee Harvey Oswald, you know, you're a dissident. You're upset about life. We're going to hire you to kill the president. We want you to go kill this. They put him in the window and somebody else actually killed him, but they set him up to be killed. He really was a patsy. Yes, flat out. And he said, we knew that when Jack died. He's saying that Bobby's also saying he was not expecting to die in that kitchen. He says Marilyn was a nice girl. She was a sweet girl. He keeps calling her a girl. He says she never felt like a woman. She didn't have, there was a certain maturity. He's saying she could switch from like being like, hey, I'm a hard-headed bitch to I'm a little girl. Kind of. But he's saying for the most part, she was a nice girl. He's saying Hollywood took advantage of her. People took advantage of her. And he's very clear, my family did not. He said Pat really loved her. Pat thought the world of her. It's literally what he's saying. Pat thought the world of her. He was JFK Jr. He was a creature of light, and so is Carolyn Bessette Kennedy. Like very light, very, very light. He's saying much lighter than their parents. Their parents had some darkness to them. Those are nice boots.
Thanks.
Those are new?
Kinda.
Those are good boots.
Yeah. Came from a dead guy.
Did you take them off the body? You may remember Ian from such live streams as Megan Davis in my grandmother's house talking about her vibrator.
Oh, that was a weird one. That was a real.
That was the only. Do you remember? I was in the bathroom. You were like, "You got to come back out here. You got to come back out here."
You left me alone with Megan. It wasn't even the ghost. It was Megan.
We gotta go. All right, we gotta go.
Okay.
Okay, we're going.
Good
okay,
night.
we love you. Well, I love you. I can't speak for Ian.
Cheers. Good night.
Cheers. Actually, cheers to you.
Cheers.
All right.